Alright guys, it is the morning of the last stage of this project, installing the French drains at my house. And I have decided to make two fairly drastic changes. I made a mistake last time. So frenchdrainman says that every single downspout needs a downspout collector, so every single gutter that comes down. And then the water's moving here and it comes to a catch basin. This catch basin is right because it goes from gutter to catch basin, and the water isn't going to be flowing so fast here because it's only one gutter, so you can kind of clear out anything will settle in the basin. But then it keeps going and picks up speed, and the more speed it picks up, the less sediment is going to be settling in the bottom of the catch basin, which is why this catch basin here should be off this gutter, because the slowest speed is like right off the one gutter. This right now is basically two gutters worth of water that'll be coming down, one accelerating all this way, passing here, and the other coming through. The reason that I did that was I was thinking that I didn't really have enough room for a catch basin there, and I was like, it's not a really big deal, I could just put it there. But in retrospect, I didn't realize the compounding of water speed. And this isn't something that frenchdrainman told me. It was just something that I watched a bunch of their videos, and I was looking at how they did things. And I also looked at the instructions that I had drawn, and it started to click and make sense to me that if you're conjoining all of these catch basins together and having them go like in the main line, then the water's going to be flowing so fast down this main line that the idea of the catch basin is the water kind of flows over the catch basin, and any solids will like fall into the catch basin, and then later you can come in and grab it out. But if the catch basin is in the main line and that water is like flowing past, it probably won't settle in that catch basin. It'll get caught down the line and possibly create a clog. So that's my reasoning behind it. The other thing that I'm going to do is relocate this one too. This is another catch basin, and this one is from this gutter. So it's not a super big deal because this gutter really isn't collecting very much off of the extension for the kitchen. But I was thinking that because my patio is going to come across here, that I wasn't going to have enough room. And in truth, I have a lot of room, so I can put it right here. So I'm going to relocate this catch basin to here. And the other thing I'm going to do is this pop-up emitter, which is the main drain from that gutter system. I'm gonna move it outside of the French drain and have it pop up right adjacent to it. Instead of being in the French drain, it'll be adjacent to the French drain. Robert Sherwood from Frenchdrainman. I'm really confused about why that's designed that way and why it was kind of sketched out that way. And I'm kind of thinking it has to do with sediment collection and trying to keep the French drain clean and keep it sediment free, and having the gutter wash, kind of the roof wash, kind of come through and deposit more directly in the French drain could create problems. But I really thought if I just piped the roof runoff into the the pop-up emitter that was over the French drain, it would be direct in there. Because the instructions you wrote were not that way, I'm gonna move it back out and just do it exactly the way you told me. So I'm going to put the pop-up emitter right here. It'll pop up, the water's flowing down anyway, it'll catch itself in the French drain, and all will be right with the world. Let me show you what I did at the sewer catch basin. So here as well, I was going to put the pop-up emitter in the discharge where it's going to flow into the sewer drain. But instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the fabric, encapsulate the entire French drain in fabric so it's clean, and then this pop-up emitter from this side of the house is just going to sit like a few feet outside, and I'm going to wrap it in stone so that even if it does, you know, obviously you're going to get a storm, the pop-up emitter is going to pop up, the water's going to be draining, and it'll basically leach into the French drain there. That's what we're gonna do. Luckily I have a few pieces of the solid, and we'll go ahead and fix these up, and it will be done. And then the rock goes in, and the French drain and roof runoff system is done. All right guys, we relocated the cleanouts basins here, and I relocated this one here. And this length of extra was perfect. And then we have the pop out sitting right next to the French drain there. And it's about time to go. One problem I'm having is my dog keeps trying to run away with all my stones. Rose, why are you eating the rocks? Don't eat the rocks. Don't eat the rocks. So I had a little idea. I take the fabric and I plug the ends of the scrap French drain, and then I lay in 1/3 pipe here so that even at the end it can drain a lot more water at the end of the pipe. You just lay it in on top and put the stone over. So I'm not going to waste any of this really nice corrugated drainage pipe. So I put a 3 here, and I put another here. I capped them off with the felt, and I'm just gonna, yeah, I even cut a couple that went across. I think whatever you can get voids there for flow, it's good. So cool. First load of stone. I still have 2 more yards, so we'll even this out, fill in any gaps, and then keep on going. I gotta go pick up another load. We can weigh myself and see how heavy I am. How heavy am I? 10,400. Yeah, my dad's trailer isn't designed to take 3.5 yards of material, so it ended up taking me 3 trips. 1.5 yards the first time, and that was the axle was bending and the tires were sort of bowing out. So then when I came back, the guy's like, "I'm just gonna give you 1 yard this time. You come back for the last yard." I said, "That sounds just fine." All right, so that'll wrap up the project. It's almost perfect. Almost perfect. The French drain man told me that it's about 1 yard for every 30 feet, and I have about 100 feet, so just about perfect. I'm using a little bit of the extra to go around some of the other components in the system, and it's gonna work out real nice. I should have probably got a bit of a larger particle, like a larger stone, but I think this is fine. French drain man recommends 1.25 inches. But I think my stuff it's a real mixed bag, literally. Anyways, let's head home. I think this might be the end of my camera. This camera's been around a long time. I've actually traveled with this around Asia and everything. This one's lasted quite some time. I've had like 4 of these cameras, but the lens shutter won't open all the way. It's coughing and sputtering. Anyways, last thing that we do is pin down the material. French drain man has so many different videos. He's got like 1,200 videos. He's got more I don't know about that. He has a lot of videos on his YouTube channel. I got a lot. I got maybe more. But he was showing in the latest video how to pin down the fabric and the do's and don'ts of that. Basically, this fabric has holes in it to allow water through, but they're not big enough to allow too much sediment through. And you shouldn't overlap it 2 times. I was thinking I should like lay it and lay it and lay it, but he said no. He said 1 layer. If there's too much overlapping, cut it off. I think I've made my trench here quite good, so I don't think it's going to need that. But let's see. First bit here. Rose, come over here. I think for the very beginning here, I doubled up, but yeah, don't double up down the road. But I think in the beginning to like wrap it up sort of like a present, make sure that they're... Rose, my dog is eating dirt. Okay. I bet you the French drain man is going to watch my video. He's going to say, Matt, you messed up. How's it going?
How are you gonna pay me?
I don't know. I don't got much. You can have my dog.
That's my dog, monster.
Looks good though. You did a good job. I'm gonna do that last bit, and then I'll pour some rock over the top here just to hold it down.
I can't see. I can't see you. So black out.
Sit down. Okay. She's good now? Okay, so this is the end, and this is the storm drain catch basin. I have like 4 pieces of the drain pipe in there, the corrugated drain pipe for the French drain. I've got a lot of gravel there, way more than I could cover with the material. So I got some more material. I'll cover it over and I'll tack it all the way around the edges. So it's sealed. Then I'll pour some more rock over the top, and we should be done. Almost done. I want it to rain now. Like hard. Give me a hard rain, nature. All right, guys, we are finished. It took 3 days. 1 day getting the stuff, the next day digging, and then the 3rd day digging some more. This is all that we have left. I was able to use most of the pipe, so the corrugated tubing, it was very good estimation of that. So here we got coming off the gutter, it's all buried on down. Here's a clean out right here. I'm probably gonna raise that. There's all sorts of cool like 2-inch risers that you can add to raise up any of these clean outs that you want. Here's the French drain going on around. I covered it with some rock to keep the material down. Obviously I don't have any sod yet, so it's just going to sort of stay like this for a while. Oh yeah, but it's chock full of stone and pinned down pretty well. We got this gutter coming off, and there's a clean out right there, and then it ties in to the main line here. This gutter here comes down, and then here's a clean out here, and then it comes down a little bit farther, and then here's the water comes down gushing from that side of the house. It just pop up. It pops up, and then the water will flow into the French drain there. The French drain continues on around the house, and it ties in to the storm drain here, storm drain catch basin. Then this is the pop-up from the left side of the house, and we're going to go backwards here to the first gutter here with the clean out catch basin. Everything's pretty well graded. I mean, the whole house has a pretty nice steady flow, so it was pretty easy to do. Up, 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 up here, and to the front of the house, and we're here. So then we got this one, a catch basin there, a clean out, and then we're done. So French Drain Man, it was a really clear and concise project. They came out, they gave me an estimation. If I was to pay them to do it, it would cost a few thousand more, quite a few thousand more, but the DIY package helped me immensely. I mean, to kind of show you, the corrugated tubing from French Drain Man, it is strong. I mean, I could jump on, I'm 240 pounds, and I'm jumping on this stuff. Like, I cut those channels really, really snug, so the drain would just kind of snug itself in. Maybe it was a little bit too snug, but I jumped on it, my whole body weight, and the stuff did not collapse. So it's a testament to the durability of the stuff. So yeah, really good job. I'll leave links to French Drain Man in all of these videos. If you're interested in doing this to your property, I think it's a smart thing, especially if you got a new property like ours. So I'm going to wait for our first big rain, which is on Thursday, and then I'll do maybe a follow-up, or maybe I'll finish this video on Thursday. It'll take me a few days to edit, but yeah, I'm kind of excited to see a really good downpour. But let's see. Certainly had a ton of neighbors walking around staring at me like, what is this guy doing? Okay, so let's end cap this French Drain Man episode, or series of episodes. It's been raining. It's the first day of rain. It'll be raining for the next couple of days, but I thought, why not have us do a little bit of a walk around? First, we can look on our side of the house. This has the drains. That doesn't have the drains. Here we have the gutter leaf guards working very well. The water's rushing down. There's a break in the rain, so it's not like torrential right now. Let's take a look at the catch basin. Screwdriver here. We can look down. The catch basin is full of water, and there's some sediment there in the corner. If I stick my hand down there, obviously there's nothing quite enough to catch, but it's there and it's moving on down. You can see here the standing water isn't really going down because what's under this muck is just clay, so it doesn't really have much leaching into the soil. But you can see here, I mean, obviously there's no gutter washing away. This little valley is collecting a little bit of water, but as soon as it hits the exposed French drain, it's very, very noticeable that that this area is dry. Normally this area will be pooled with water, and pretty evidently so. You can see here, quite nice. The only places that water is catching is when my daughter dug into the clay, and she dug a few trenches, or a few holes really, just to kind of include herself. Here you can see pretty good example. This side has not been, it doesn't have a drain. This side does. Although we do have this catch here. That catch is going to come off after construction is finished. But I can kind of show you what our yard looked like normally. And that's a good example. It's just a lot of standing water, and then like a lake over here. So yeah, quite nice. Quite happy with it, actually. So if you guys are interested in installing your own French drain, check out French Drain Man. I'm gonna see if they can allow for, when you do, let them know Jayoe sent you and that you came from this video. Yeah, tell them that you watched Matt on the Jayoe Nation, and you want to install a house runoff system, a yard drain, or French drain. Kind of a learning experience for me. Hope you learned from mine. Bye.